I'm sorry, Shaba. Fish don't breathe through their mouths.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tony Hawk's Project 8. I'm Insetic, with me is Blank Tester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
So, Neversoft developed the main version of this game for console generation 7, Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. But meanwhile, Shaba Games made this version for generation 6, PlayStation 2 and Xbox.
Oh.
I don't know why I had so much trouble saying that, but once again, with a new console generation, just like what happened with Tony Hawk 3, different versions. And so this is built on the same engine that was used for Tony Hawk 3 through American Wasteland. And Shaba basically had to follow in Neversoft's footsteps, make sort of as close as they could to what Neversoft was doing with Project 8.
Yeah.
There's some major differences due to limitations, but we'll see how they did.
Susie Stone reporting live with Tony Hawk. So, what brings you here today?
I just came to town because the word on the street is that this place is loaded with undiscovered skate talent. I'm putting together an amazing new skate team. The best 8 skaters that can out-rip, out-shred, and outdo all the others will be the lucky few who make it onto my new venture, Project 8.
Yeah, so they just downscaled the cutscenes and...
That's fine.
Yeah, so they didn't really have the open world, so each area will be different. Literally, you
Like
can't
a
go from one to the
discrete
other. Yeah, and actually, some areas will have more differences to accommodate for that. Like, Suburbs here is mostly the same, but over in the back, like where you could directly go to skate park, in the Gen 7 version, there will be an extra ditch back there, and some more houses over to the left.
Oh, to make up for...
You can't go directly to school. And actually, some levels will be completely different as we go further into the game. But
Okay.
So it's the same engine, though once again, they actually got rid of some features that were in American Wasteland. Like, they removed Burt slides, they removed all other, let's see, I wrote them down because I knew I'd forget them. They removed, bird slides and whacking people with your board, but there is a lot of the stuff you can do, like the bone dolly, which is, good, and then, a two-tail vert wall plant, which I never use. Not a spin variations. Yeah, but it's basically the same.
Okay.
Though, again, due to limitations, there aren't those spot challenges. Well, there aren't those spot challenges just available out in the levels. Every challenge is assigned to an NPC you need to talk to first. I'm terrible at describing this shit. You know what I mean.
See these lines here? That's somebody's record grind. Anybody can make it to the first line, but if you get all the way to the third one, you're sick. Look around town for other marks like this one and see if you can go bigger. You'll see others for long manuals, big airs, and of course, ridiculous grinds. Just keep your eyes open.
Wow, they really did. They just downscaled the cutscene.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I don't mind that, but you're saying, wait, so all the challenges are associated with, an NPC. So that means that you won't just see these things around?
Right.
Oh, that's weird. So he explicitly says you'll see them around.
That's the compass.
Yeah,
And you just don't.
Other important things
And
all around town.
like this,
Right
sure, the
now,
compass is
so when
around,
the wind
but
goes,
that
open
guy's
up
not
onto the
waiting
world.
for you in that spot here.
That's a little weird.
What? So, a few other weird things is that since the levels are much more broken up into specific levels, you will actually see some events first in this version versus the Gen 7 version, because across the Gen 7 version, you'll play further in, you'll get a higher rank, and then an event will spawn back at this area or the skate park.
I see.
Whereas when you go to a new area, all the events that would happen in there are based on how much you do in that area. So
Yeah. So it's they're instead of world progress with events all over the place, it's level progress, and you're seeing all the events of this level all here. Yeah. Okay, I see how that might happen. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, whereas in Gen 7, when you're going to rank 8, you just need to get AM, and you'll get the rank and you'll get the same amount of rank, whether you get AM or Pro or Sick, you know, your first time. Here, you will actually get different amounts of rank for how well you do just on the way to rank 8. Like here at the start, if you get Sick on a challenge, you'll get 5 rank, versus if you just get AM, you'll only get like 2. Now, as both games go along and you get higher, you know,
higher up on the board, yeah.
Higher up on the board. I'm gonna have a problem with higher versus lower, you know. As you go further on, you know, you start getting less and less because the game wants you to play longer. So. You know,
oh, I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
By the time you're like rank 100 or so, getting Sick might just give you 3 points. You know, it might be a 3-2-1 scale. By the time you're really close to rank 8, you'll need to
be pulling Pro
multiple challenges or get a challenge on Sick to even get 1 rank.
I mean, that literally is just like an XP system. It's just not telling you what the XP is.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, no problem with that. That area that you jumped on jumped over the wall, is that in the other version too? With the swing set that you did hire mommy.
That's pretty cool. Shaba did take the opportunity to try out some things. You know, people say like, oh, this isn't one of Shaba's best port jobs or redo jobs, and I will admit, playing it's a little loose. Like, it's a little like things happen in the game and you push a button and maybe it's
a little unresponsive.
A little unresponsive, but I mean, think about how much the engine was already probably hacked together by American Wasteland. Shaba probably did some insane things, but Shaba also put some new ideas in here. Not necessarily like moves-wise, but kind of mechanics-wise. Like, you'll see when I'm grinding or manualing, and I jump out of that and continue the combo, the balance bars will stay somewhat faded on the screen. So you could see where your balance was, like here. You know, you see it. Which is kind of cool.
That's nice. Yeah, it's a nice little visual indicator. I will say, you know, you were saying this engine has been modified and hacked together and stuff. Some of the earliest code for this engine was actually carved into tablets. Or I guess pressed in. It was cuneiform.
Right.
So is the Not a Spin in the other version?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Not a Spin is still there as a main feature.
Okay. Yeah, that was a surprise. Yeah, you know, Catastrophe. Also, did they keep their koi in that pool?
I don't know, man.
Well, so that wasn't a pre-rendered cutscene that was downscaled. So does that event happen in the other version as well?
No.
Okay.
No. In Gen 7, you can't do that. That's a thing exclusive to this level.
So if I see like things that aren't cutscenes like downscaled, should I generally assume that that's like version exclusive or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know, Shaba's always been not too shabby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, cool move. Hey, maybe if you grab hold of my RC car, you can get enough speed to fly off that ramp and hit the gate switch. That'll open it up and we'll be free.
You know, in the other version of this level, or in the other version of the game, it was this guy appearing was listed as a pro spotted, and I was sure it was going to be like he was going to lift off his helmet and be somebody. And then the moment he spoke, I was like, there's no way there's a pro who sounds like that. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I would have heard about this guy.
Yeah, I mean,
like, he has a goofy voice, but don't take him seriously. His tricks are amazing.
It's Beaver Valley, so yeah, the beaver mascot is actually going to show up quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
Like, he'll have a challenge for you over in Main Street, or over in school, or, you know.
The way the edges of this are faded makes me think it's like one of those end cutscenes of Fallout. Like, the wanderer went out into the wasteland and blah, blah, blah.
I know. So, like, yeah, even though I'm playing this widescreen, and I'm playing this emulated, if it looks a little bad, that's because, like, with PCSX2, this game did not work right on, like, DirectX. I had to do the OpenGL, you know, with, like, no graphics updates. So that's why it might look a little bad. It's, like, just at, you know, native resolution.
Sure.
But yeah, they, you know, it's a widescreen game, but yeah, they took the cutscenes and still had to put them in a 4x3
weird box. Yeah.
Yeah, it's, and so yeah, stat points are gained by doing, you know, a certain amount of challenges in each level.
Okay.
Yeah. And also, another thing that Shaba put in that they were probably very proud of was the gap keys mechanic, which they actually first did in Wakeboarding Unleashed.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you did a gap in a level, you'd get a key, and you can use that key to preview any other gap.
Oh.
So, like...
Oh, so if you don't know where a gap is, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so I, you know, went to one of the, you know, high point total gaps and looked at it, because gaps are really important in this version. You saw there was an AM Pro Sick kind of thing for finding gaps in the game, and if you want to get to rank 1, you will need to find, like, all gaps in all areas to get sick in that, you know, gap challenge. Obviously here I don't have the stats to, you know, do this one. Oh, that's one other thing I forgot. For some reason, they added a thing where if you have special meter and you push up to push, it'll give you like a burst of speed.
Oh.
Which, it's one of those where, yeah, sure, the camera work that they have with it makes it look like a big burst of speed, but I doubt how big it really is.
Yeah, the camera pulling back.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's the camera pulling back. It's just the camera not keeping up.
Right. You might have also seen that they also introduced just like a kind of countdown timer for just if you land but don't do anything. Like, so they I guess that is kind of a good thing.
Isn't that a carryover from the previous?
Well, no. In every previous game, if you just land without doing anything, not getting off your board, not manually grinding, your combo ends. But here, they have a little countdown timer, and sure, it won't refresh, so you can only really use it like once in a combo, but they do give you time to just land and not do anything. Sometimes
I thought when you do a couple tricks and then you stop, you get off your board, there's like a little timer,
right?
For you to run it somewhere else. Right. So I guess that's what I meant carried over.
Right? Yeah.
But they moved it to somewhere else. Yeah.
I could discuss it more in the next level. So yeah, next time we're heading out of the suburb again, going to the city.